feel like everyone was wrong about the Pittsburgh Steelers coming into the season. Everyone thought, including some Pittsburgh fans, thought Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to be good for them. They were going to end up missing the playoffs, and obviously we're still very early into the season, but I just remember a lot of people saying that this team wasn't going to win 8 games, and I honestly believe where they're at right now is really good. They're just starting to get acclimated. Again, we have to keep in mind it takes sometimes weeks, months, right, for this team to fully get to where they need to be, but it's happening, and I do see it, and we saw it this weekend in Dublin. Now, what I wanted to do in this video is kind of break down some film. As we get some pre-snap motion here from Caleb Johnson, we're going to notice that this defense is going to completely switch up the way they look right before Aaron Rodgers snaps the ball, okay? Now, Aaron Rodgers is the king of understanding where to go with the football when the defense is either sending a blitz or changing the way they look. So right here, we can see they are covering this side of the field, but as they start to switch their defense, we start to see something change, right? They start to underload that left side. It's now completely wide open, right? So we want to get the football out early, boom, right? I mean, it's easy. 14-yard pickup just because we know exactly what you're doing. And again, he is the master of understanding where to go with the football. They played this extremely wrong. Someone messed up in their zone. Maybe it was Jonathan Grenard here. Maybe it was a linebacker. I'm not too sure. But someone messes it up, and DK gets an easy 14-yard pickup off it, just off a quick release. So what I'm going to do in this video is break down a ton of film. Before we dive in, hit the like button. If you want a part 2, we'll go in and break down some of the defense. Also, subscribe to the channel. It's free. And honestly, let's just dive right into the video. All right, another rep I love here from the Pittsburgh Steelers. We come out in just 11 personnel, essentially one running back in the backfield. You do have your tight end and Darnell Washington, who played a lot of the snaps in this game. Do you guys think that's going to be something we see every week going forward? Less Jonnu Smith, less Pat Freiermuth, more Darnell Washington? Or do you think this was more to establish advantages in the run game with Darnell Washington in this matchup with Minnesota? Now, right here, 11 personnel, we spread out wide, 3 to the right and 1 to the left. DK Metcalf, man-to-man coverage. We call this a yes-no read, but a post-snap. We want to make sure this safety doesn't immediately just run over here and guard this little fade from DK Metcalf or go ball, whatever you want to call it. Now, we know we have the height advantage, so pre-snap, he thinks he's going here. Like, I would tell you right now, he thinks he's going there. First thing he's going to do is look off that safety, and we're going to see a false step. Look at the safety take one step inside. Boom, football is already out. Back shoulder, great ball, great catch. That's why you go out and get a DK Metcalf. Now, the reason we throw this ball back shoulder is because you see the DB turn his back away from the quarterback. Now he doesn't know when, if, or where the ball is going to be, if it's coming, whatever, right? So we put the football back shoulder, allow our guy who's got a unbelievable catch radius to just have a chance. Not only does he have a chance, but he comes down with a nice 16, 17, 18-yard pickup there in man-to-man coverage. Safety's too far away, can't really do anything because of that false step. And the reason he does that is because when you snap the ball, look at him, he stares right at him. Stares right at him, keeps him in line, and then boom, turn fire. Great job. That's how you take advantage of a yes-no read and having a guy like DK. Another quick reaction to this one, we're going to fake the handoff here to Kenneth Gainwell to the right side. We're going to cross face of the DB, which essentially just means we want to be in front of him. We want to cross his helmet, right? We don't want him to see the quarterback. And as this happens, you're going to see Dallas Turner kind of slightly overcommit to the run fake. We're going to turn around and just zip the ball in there to DK Metcalf. Just a quick read, right? Boom, fake, have him drive in. It's open. Get the ball there, cross face, allow that or not allow that DB to have any chance at that football. And again, you throw it 2 yards down the field, and because it's DK Metcalf, you end up picking up 11 on that play, ultimately setting up a Kenneth Gainwell touchdown, who was, dude, unbelievable in this football game. Big shout out to Kenneth Gainwell. He is nice. Another solid play. And actually, before we dive into this one, do me a big favor, guys. If you want a part 2 where we break down the defense or an individual player, hit the like button. If we get 800 likes in this video, that one should come out ASAP. But also subscribe. It is free. Doesn't cost anything. And we got you guys covered. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns all year long. Join the family. Okay. Right here, we're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion, 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, Darnell Washington, Pat Fryermuth as our tight ends. With the pre-snap motion, we're just going to run a little shallow cross over the middle of the field here, and we're reading this linebacker, right? If he blitzes, we have that cue in our brain that goes, okay, throw the ball. You want to throw the ball to the blitzing side as well, so if it's up the middle, you want to hit that shallow cross. He sees, and listen, it's a bad snap. Ball's on the ground, but he still understands the assignment where I got to get the football out early, and I got to get it out right away, right? Boom, just throw it. Now, we pick up, 3 yards off the snap? Maybe, right? About 3 yards. So you get about 3 yards, but this, because it's Darnell Washington, turns into an 8-yard pickup. A lot of quarterbacks understand, right, that you can just take what the defense gives you, and it can become a 8, 10, 12, 15-yard play. I mean, even the DK Metcalf 80-yard touchdown was a 10-yard slant, took it 80 yards at the house. So you get the ball to your playmaker in Darnell Washington, and he turns into a nice little pickup. Week 5 of the NFL season is right around the corner, but before we get into that, we have Monday Night Football, 2 games this week, which is amazing because we have a chance to over 1,000 XR money with the Sleeper app. I use it every single day. Now, what's amazing about the Sleeper app is if you use my promo code DUBS, you're going to see it right here, right? Right here. If you use that code, they're going to give you 100% match deposit up to $100 on your first deposit, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100 in bonus funds. Might as well take that, or 50 or 20, whatever you want to put in, they'll match it, right? Now, let me give you my picks for this game. I'm going to start off with Jamar Chase, more than 66.5 receiving yards. I just feel like they're going to be losing. They're going to need it, and he's going to get it. I'm also going to go to J.K. Dobbins, and I'm going to look at his rushing yards. I kind of want to go more than 50. I think that's safe. I think that's fair. So let's do that. Let's also scroll down. Let's go to Jalen Waddle. I like his yards. Let's go 50s kind of high. Let's go more than 40, right? I think that's fair. And then Darren Waller, I think we saw Jonnu Smith be really heavily focused in this offense. I'm going to go more than 1.5 receptions. That's good. That's a good deal right there. We got 10 for 67. I'm plugging that in. I'm showing you I'm about it. Let me know what you guys put in for tonight or next week, whatever you want. Again, use my promo code. Link will be in the description. Again, use promo code DUBS and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. And then we have the 80-yard touchdown. One of my favorite plays of the game here from Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion here. You're going to see looks like to me man-to-man coverage. You see how 44 is crossing the formation with? Well, that is a huge sign. Also, another thing we're going to do here is we're going to see off the play action fake. We're going to see a tight end kind of get into the flats early. With that, you're going to see the linebacker kind of follow the tight end into the flats. This is a huge sign that, again, it is man-to-man coverage. And then, lastly, we're going to see Aaron Rodgers manipulate this defense perfectly. Now, what do I mean by that? As he opens up, he's going to start by looking to this side of the field, okay? Now, what does that do? Whenever a linebacker like 55 is in his zone coverage, his job is to read the eyes of the quarterback. Now, as he's reading the eyes, he starts to shade over to this right side. And again, we're getting inside leverage, quick slant over the middle of the field with 0 attaching here to Darnell Washington. It's wide open. Boom, we hit him in stride. And then gone. I do want to give credit to Calvin Austin for blocking all the way down the field. I want to give a big shout out to Ben Skoranek for being just a hustler. I mean, look at him. He's trying to affect this play. I know he's not doing anything, but it's still running down the field with just in case he was able to help out. That is huge. So again, you look at the manipulation by Aaron Rodgers. You look at the beautiful route, the understanding of the defensive call. This is just beautiful. It's a great play. So it looks like it's actually zone with a little bit of man mixed in. So Josh Metellus is manned up here. You got some man here with 0 and Darnell Washington. I think everyone else is in a quick little zone. You can see Isaiah Rodgers at the top side leak back into his flat. I don't know if 0 had a miscommunication here or a missing assignment, but it looks like might have messed up. Someone messed up. But either way, DK took this to the house. A beautiful job, beautiful play. That's how you do it. But it was really the defense that won them this football game in the end. And we had a play like this that creates an intentional grounding call. And look at what we do. Nick Herbig is going to earn a lot of money in this league. He's going to get a big payday. So he's lined up in a 9 technique outside shoulder of the tight end. He's going to engage contact, right? And then he's going to loop around. Before the loop, we're going to engage with Cam Hayward on the left guard. And then we're going to, kind of get out to the tackle. Now with that, we're going to reach the point of attack and then loop around through the A-gap. And because Nick Herbig has incredible speed, he's able, and great bend, right? He's able to get around this thing. Now before the guard can really get back in a position, you're going to see him lower his center of gravity, go underneath that right shoulder pad, right shoulder of the guard, and just fly right through there. As this happens, we're able to secure Carson Wentz, and he throws it into the dirt about, I don't know, 10 yards before the line of scrimmage, which ends up being an intentional grounding. They push him back to, 16 yards, plus they lose a down. So big play here by Nick Herbig, ultimately putting the nail in the coffin of this football game, essentially. Had a couple of other good plays as well defensively. But again, the defense was really good. They had a couple of drives where they had a missing assignment. I believe someone got injured. Maybe it was Brandon Echols, and then someone comes in, and then boom, 80-yard play to Jordan Addison. That's going to happen. But if you can come out and just win this football game, find a way to win, they did. So if you want that part 2 defensively, we could drop that ASAP. We did a Jack Sawyer video, so if you want to see some of his snaps, he was amazing. In like 13 snaps, he was amazing. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the family. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys for that one. Peace.